Society is becoming increasingly aware of the crisis the global environment is facing. One is global warming. Consumption of fossil fuels, such as petroleum and coal, is soaring, which raises carbon dioxide levels in the atmosphere and accelerates the greenhouse effect. The results are predicted to include changes in our climatic patterns and rises in sea level. Another problem is the destruction of the ozone layer by chlorofluorocarbons, or CFCs. If the Earth's protective ozone layer is destroyed, harmful ultraviolet radiation will reach the Earth directly from outer space to affect man and other living organisms. For us, problems would include increases in skin cancer and cataracts and a lowered immunity function. Exhaust gases from automobiles and the combustion of fossil fuels are released into the atmosphere. A chemical reaction with the sulfur oxides and nitrogen oxides causes acid rain to fall. The trees wither, and even buildings and statues are contaminated and destroyed. The oceans cover 70% of the Earth's surface with their enormous ecology. From ancient times, man has enjoyed the gifts of the sea, but today we are polluting its water with drainage from our homes, industrial wastes, and a variety of other harmful substances. The marine environment is on the verge of destruction. Progress in science and technology has brought the affluent lifestyle on the global scale, but at the same time is a major factor in destroying the environment. Just what are these chemicals that are destroying the environment? Carbon dioxide, CFCs, sulfur oxides, and nitrogen oxides. They are things that are produced, consumed, unneeded or wasted, and discarded somewhere on the earth. In other words, garbage. What is garbage? Let's think about that for a moment. When we think of garbage, usually we think of kitchen garbage, paper, empty cans and bottles, and large items. Together, these are called general waste. This is garbage made up of things from our daily lives, discarded because we no longer need them. Industrial wastes are another form of garbage that is produced by factories and construction sites. And what about the exhaust gas from cars and the smoke from power generating stations and factories? Yes, this is garbage too. So perhaps we should think of garbage as including all substances that are discarded because we no longer need them. People use resources to produce and consume them to live. This reduces the available resources and creates an equal amount of garbage. Garbage is first produced when things are made. The product remains, but if the product is used up too, then it too becomes garbage. It is this garbage that is threatening to destroy the environment. Perhaps it is time for us to think more deeply about resources and the ecology from a more global viewpoint.
Hi, I am Mark. I am from the Netherlands and I have been living here in Fukuoka for about 6 years. I like Fukuoka, but there is one thing I don't like about it. I scuba dive for my hobby, and often I go to the ocean to dive. And when I do, there is always so much garbage. and it's terrible to see such garbage on this beautiful beach. That's what I thought, and from that point I became interested in the environmental problem. Today, I would like to report on the problems related to garbage collection in Fukuoka City and garbage processing. Let's see how garbage that comes out of our homes is processed. This is the Western Refuse Incineration Plant. Let's see what they do to our garbage. This is nice. It certainly doesn't look like a garbage plant. Kind of more like a hotel. Hey, this is Karu-chan. Sort of cute, isn't she? Hello, Karu. I wonder what this is. Oh, I see. It's a panel display that shows you exactly how garbage is processed. Carl's quiz on garbage. Let me see if I can get 100 points too. Only 3 seconds left. This one. The garbage trucks come in one after another here. They back up and dump our garbage down into that pit. An enormous volume of garbage collects here. This long corridor is like being in a big spaceship. Oh, what's this? We finally reached the core of the plant, and I wonder what's in here. Let's take a look. This is the crane operation room. The claw picks up the garbage and drops it into the hopper. Wow. Plastic bags of garbage. And listen to that. Cans and bottles. Somebody forgot to sort their garbage again. This is the garbage incinerator, burning up tons of garbage every day. Here we are with the plant manager. Let's talk to him for a moment. Hello.
Hello.
What are the characteristics of the Western Refuse Incinerator plant?
Well, first is the fact that the entire plant is under computer control. The incinerator, the crane, everything is fully automatic. Another point is that the plant was designed to meet very tough environmental protection standards, and we operate it to meet them.
I mean, it's a very clean plant.
Yeah, if we didn't keep it clean, the people in the area wouldn't be very happy, would they?
When you burn all this garbage, it must generate a lot of heat. How do you use all that heat?
The boiler here converts the heat into steam, and we use that steam to generate 10,000 kilowatts of electrical power.
How do you use that electricity?
Well, first of all, this plant provides all its own electricity. We sell the rest to Kyushu Electric Power, the power utility.
And do you use the heat in any other ways?
Yeah, it supplies the air conditioning and heating for the plant and our hot water, as well as heating this greenhouse. And we also send heat to this Senior Citizens Welfare Center. After the combustible garbage is incinerated here, it is transported out as ash. In addition to the Western Refuse Incinerator Plant, Fukuoka City has 2 other processing facilities. The Eastern Refuse Incinerator Plant and the Southern Refuse Incinerator Plant. The Eastern Crushing Disposal Centre grinds up large objects and incombustible garbage, separating out the combustible waste, steel scrap and aluminium scrap. The incombustible garbage and ash from the incinerator are transported to a landfill and buried. These are the Eastern Landfill in Fushitami Hisayama Machi and the Western Landfill in Imazu, Nishi Ward. Here is a comparison of the population growth with the growth in the volume of garbage they produce. As you can see, garbage is growing at a much faster rate than the population. It is clear that the amount of garbage will soon exceed the processing capacity of our facilities. A major problem is facing us, consisting of locating extensive land for landfills and constructing new processing facilities.
How is the garbage from our homes collected? Here I am with an on-the-spot report. It is 2 o'clock in the morning at this mass housing project in Hakata Ward. It gets pretty cold this late at night. They are collecting combustible garbage here tonight. The white garbage trucks pick up the bags, which holds kitchen waste, paper, rubber, plastics, and leather. It must be pretty tough this late at night, but look at how fast they are. They're cleaning this street up really in a jiffy. Let me interview one of the sanitation engineers. What are the major problems in picking up the garbage?
Often combustible and non-combustible items are mixed, which can make it very dangerous. When cars are parked illegally on narrow streets, I really have trouble. If I can't maneuver, I have to back out.
Do you ever leave the garbage without picking it up in cases like that?
Never. No matter what, we have to pick up the garbage that day, even if we have to carry it all by hand to the truck.
Garbage collection must continue every day without fail. We produce garbage every day, and it must be collected and processed quickly because it can be smelly or even dangerous. What would happen if we stopped garbage collection? Take a look for yourself. Let's run over the garbage checklist again once more together. Are you separating combustible and non-combustible garbage completely? Here is one person that certainly isn't. Are you putting out your garbage on the right night at the right place? Are you always opening holes in spray cans before throwing them away? Are you putting out your larger garbage and electricals only on the specified day each month? And here is a quiz for you. Is garbage collection free or not? Well, collection is free, but it does cost an enormous amount of tax money. It costs us 25.2 billion yen.
This is Tokyo Disneyland, and the entire area is clean and neat. Even if someone drops a piece of trash, the sweepers immediately clean it up. Tokyo Disneyland has instituted a system to minimize garbage as much as possible, including asking people not to bring food or drink into the area and not installing vending machines. Leisure parks and tourist spots provide us with a different world to enjoy, and we don't want to be reminded of the cares and problems of our everyday lives. Garbage is something that is always with us in our daily lives. It is almost descriptive of living. We don't want to litter up the beautiful scenery or fantastic environments that we are enjoying. Theme parks like these are, in fact, highly successful examples of societies with very little garbage.
Books and magazines like this have become more common lately. They're made with recycled paper. Recycled paper book. The amount of paper in garbage of Fukuoka City is increasing fast. In spite of office automation, more and more paper is being used. How does your company handle used paper?
We have boxes like this and separate the paper into different types, like high-quality paper, computer printouts, newspapers, magazines, and so on.
What about this?
This sheet has only been printed on one side. The back is still blank, so we put it in this box, and later we will use the back too.
Hello.
Hello.
What is this?
It's a composter.
How do you use it?
Well, all you do is drop in your kitchen wastes and gardening litter, like this, and it makes fertilizer.
And what do you do with the fertilizer?
Grow vegetables with it in the garden.
That's a handy idea. Making new from old. This is an aluminium recycling plant. The aluminium cans collected here are crushed and then melted down to make ingots. This ingot was made from aluminium cans, and best of all, it was made for only 3% of the energy that would have been needed to make the same ingot from the original raw materials. The fish market discards about 5,000 of these styrofoam boxes every day. They are melted down and sent to the recycling plant. This is the plastic recycling plant. Plastics collected from many places are cut up into little pieces, mixed and melted down. The molten plastic is poured into molds to make architectural stakes, park benches, fences for golf courses and many other things. All from recycled plastic. Garbage is a resource that can create many useful products.
How a person feels about garbage is strongly affected by the value senses of the individual and society. The meaning of garbage changes with the times. And today we are at the point where we must re-examine exactly what garbage is.
The question of what garbage is can only be answered by re-evaluating our lives. And only by thinking more about garbage and working together can we make a better 21st century for ourselves.
We must take action to resolve problems related to garbage, recognizing it as a critical theme in our lives. We must change our attitudes and the attitudes of society from both the global standpoint and a standpoint firmly rooted in our own daily lives.